Hey y'all, welcome to this week's What's for Dinner. I wanted to come on here and do an intro today because this is a special video I'm doing in collaboration with my friend Tiffany. Her channel is called Small Town 6, and so today we are both doing What's for Dinner videos. So I wanted to make sure when you're done, go and check out her channel so that you can get some more ideas for meals for your family. She does cooking videos, cleaning, day in the life, meal planning. She does a lot of similar content to what I do. So just make sure when you're done, go over and check out Tiffany's channel. And without further ado, let's get into today's video. Y'all, tonight we're going to start out making an easy pasta bake. I have a pot here with some water in it. We're going to get that brought up to a boil, and then I have my pan over here with 2 pounds of ground beef. It was still a little bit frozen, so I'm trying to break that up a little bit, but I did find this recipe on TikTok, so I will link the TikTok video that I saw it in down below in case you want to check out the original. But this sounded really good and easy. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the meat all broken up. And we're gonna go ahead and season up this meat with some onion powder, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And then I'm just gonna continue to brown this meat and let it cook until it is done. Once it's done, we will drain any grease that is left over. And now that our water is boiling, I'm going to go ahead and add some salt to it, and then I'm going to put this whole bag of penne pasta into my pot. I think it's about 16 ounces, and we will let that cook according to the directions on the package. Now that the pasta is done, I went ahead and poured it into a 9 by 13 inch pan, which I went ahead and sprayed with some nonstick cooking spray. And I started out, I was only going to use about 1 pound of the meat, but then my husband was like, you might as well use it all. So I ended up putting the whole 2 pounds of meat into the baking dish. I just spooned it over the top of the noodles. Okay, once you have all the meat in there, then I'm going to take a jar of just traditional Prego spaghetti sauce. You can use whatever kind of spaghetti sauce that you like. And I do not know what I was thinking. Why did I touch that? I have no idea. So you go ahead and you pour that entire jar over your meat. And then you're going to take a jar of just regular Alfredo sauce, whatever kind that you like. And you're going to want to put that entire jar over the top of your meat and your spaghetti sauce. And I've made a recipe like this a while back. It was similar. I can't remember what it was called, but it was really similar to this. But we really liked this, and it was so easy to make. And then, y'all, I took some Italian seasoning. I sprinkled that over the top of everything, and then you're going to want to mix this up really well. Just stir it all together. The noodles, the meat, the sauce, just stir it really well. And then finally, you're going to take some mozzarella cheese and sprinkle that over the top of your pasta and everything. And then you're going to place this in the oven and let it bake for about 20 minutes. I set my oven to 375, but you're going to let this bake for about 20 minutes until it's good and bubbly. Peyton, how do you like it?
It's good.
And of course she has to add ranch because she loves ranch.
Yes.
It's still pretty hot. We just got it out. Kiki, Courtney, like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My husband was starving. So, ooh, 2 thumbs. And I think it was good too. Very easy. It's actually Saturday. And so I made something up today instead of quick fix, easy stuff. I mean, it was an easy meal, but you know. Hey y'all, this morning I'm going to start out making some pinto beans that I want to use for several meals this week. So I have 1 pound of dried pinto beans that I have cleaned. I went through and picked out the bad beans and I washed those. And I'm also going to add in, I'm going to add in 1 onion that I have chopped up. I just chopped it into 4 wedges. I'm also going to add some of this Fiesta brand Pinto Beans seasoning I get from Walmart. And I like to add a couple of tablespoons of this. So, just put a couple of those in there. And then another thing I'm going to add, show you, is I'm going to add some of this salt pork. My mom always did this when she made beans, so I'm going to put probably about half of this in there. So I'm going to cut this and I'll be right back. Okay, and now I'm going to take that half and put that in there. And then I'm going to get about 6 cups of water. So I'm going to go ahead and start getting that. Okay, y'all, sorry my camera battery died. I ended up adding 8 cups of water because 6 just didn't seem like enough. So now I have a jar I keep bacon grease in. And I'm just going to put about a spoon of that. Let me just kind of stir this because of the seasoning and everything. And I'm going to start this out on low, but I probably will turn it up. We'll see, because it's almost 11 o'clock and I meant to put this on earlier, but honestly, I was being lazy all morning. So I'm going to let it cook on low for a while, and then I'll probably check it sometime this afternoon and see how it's looking, and I may end up turning it on high. I will come back and let you know. So yeah, that's what we're making. Okay, y'all, these have been cooking for about around 4 hours or so, and I can tell right away, just the beans, just from feeling it, they're still, yeah, they're not done yet. So I'm just going to kind of stir this up a little bit more, and I'm going to turn this on high. Because usually if I do it low, I let them cook for like 8 hours or more, and I didn't have enough time. So we'll turn these now on high, and then they should be done hopefully by the time I want to cook supper or have supper ready, which will be about 6. All right, y'all, now it's time to check on the beans. And I'm pretty sure these are done. So let me just taste one and see. Oh yeah, those are good and done. So I'm going to turn these down on keep warm.
We should have some.
Hold on. Adrian wants to try some. He's very hungry. They're very hot. Hey y'all, welcome to tonight's What's for Dinner. We are starting out with a crock pot meal. I'm spraying the inside of my crock pot, and we are going to be making some easy boneless pork ribs in the crock pot. So I have 3 packages of these right here, and I'm going to use some homemade rib rub, if I can say it right. And I'm going to be sprinkling this on one side of the ribs, and then I'm going to rub it in kind of with my fingers, and then we're going to place them into the crock pot. And you'll notice when I'm putting these in here, I try to lay them across the bottom, and then I'll start kind of almost layering them around the sides and up the sides. I don't know why, but I just feel like, I don't know, they'll cook better that way, but that's what I did. They do eventually kind of fall down into there as they're cooking, but that's just how I do it. Okay, next I have about half of a bottle of the Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. It is really good, and I'm going to put all of that in the crock pot. I'm just going to sprinkle this, or squirt this, sorry, not sprinkle it. I'm going to squirt this all over the ribs, and you will see I'm over here hitting on the bottle. I'm trying to get everything out, and then I do add a little bit of water and shake it up just to get the last bit out. And then you're going to want to cover these up and cook these on low for 8 hours or high for about 4 to 5 hours. I have mine on low. Okay, y'all, these have been cooking for, gosh, what is like 8 hours. So I'm going to check these, and I'm pretty sure these are done. Oh, look at that. Oh yeah, they're done. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these on keep warm until the kids get home from school, which Bryce has practices, and so they stay after school with him, and they're actually on their way home right now. So I'm just going to leave that covered up for now, and I'll be right back when we get ready to eat. Okay, y'all, got the ribs all done. I made some pasta salad. This is a suddenly salad, the bacon ranch, I believe. And then I heated up the pinto beans that we had last night. So this will be supper tonight. Hey y'all, this next recipe is another recipe from TikTok. We're going to start out with two 12.5 ounce cans of chunk chicken breast, and we're going to drain these. Okay, now we're going to start adding in the chicken to a large bowl. It also called for a half a cup of mayonnaise, but I did not realize that I was almost out of mayonnaise. So I was able to fill my half a cup up maybe halfway. So I've got about a little over a quarter of a cup of mayonnaise, and I'm going to add ranch dressing to the rest of it, which I think will give it a good flavor. So I'm going to do that now, add that in. And next we're going to add 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. You could use fresh squeezed lemon juice, but I just like to buy this real lemon juice and just keep it in the refrigerator. It's more convenient for me. Next, we're going to need 2 teaspoons of the Worcestershire W sauce. I never can say it right. Next, we need a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, and this stuff did not want to come out very good. It was like coming out the side and going everywhere, but I finally got it in there. So 1 tablespoon of that. It also called for half of a teaspoon of hot sauce. I did not put a whole half a teaspoon, probably more like a quarter of a teaspoon. I just wasn't sure if it was going to be too spicy or if I would like it in the chicken, so you can do however much you want. Then you're going to want to put a pinch or 2 of salt and a pinch or 2 of pepper, just however much you really would like, blah, 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 because I'm all tongue-tied again. And you're going to also need a half a teaspoon of dried parsley. I guess you could use fresh if you wanted, but I'm using dried parsley, and that's what the recipe called for also. And then you're going to want to also add in some crackers. I have 24 saltine crackers that I crushed up. That's what they called for, so I actually counted out 24 and crushed them, and I'm adding them to this. And then you're going to want to mix this up really, really well. Break up the chicken and just get it incorporated into each other, into all the seasonings and the sauce and everything. Just mix it really, really well. Okay, now that everything is mixed up really well, you're going to want to take and make little balls out of the mixture. Just kind of roll it up in your hand, and then using your palm, just kind of flatten it out and make little patties. Just try to make the balls about the same size so that your patties will be, pretty uniform in size. And just do that until all of your meat mixture is gone. Next, you're going to want to get a skillet and heat it up to about medium-high heat and spray it with some nonstick cooking spray. And then you're going to start putting your patties in there, and you're going to let them brown on each side, maybe about 4 to 5 minutes on each side. Just remember, everything is already fully cooked, so you're just basically browning the meat and warming it up. So yeah, just put them in there, and I almost got them all in. I think I had 3 that wouldn't fit, and so I just heated those up separately. And if y'all watch me often, you know I love the 21 Seasoning Salute by Trader Joe's. I decided to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of that on the patties also. Okay, y'all, while the other stuff is cooking, I have some water that's boiling, and I'm going to boil some macaroni noodles. And I forgot to show that part, but I've already drained them, and we are going to do these a little bit different. I'm going to put in 1 whole stick of butter into this pot and let it start to melt. And I used 2 boxes of macaroni and cheese, but I only used like 1 and then 2/3 of the second box. And then I boiled all those noodles, and I'm about to add all those back in with this butter. Okay, Now I've added the noodles in, and we're going to also add in both packages of the cheese powder that comes with the Kraft macaroni and cheese. We're going to put that in here, and we're going to start mixing all this together. Instead of using milk, we are going to use 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then you're going to mix this up really well, and it's going to be very creamy, and it just gives it a really good flavor. It just, I don't know, it just adds a little something to it. Kind of makes it step it up a notch. But I thought it was really good. My husband said he couldn't really tell a difference, but the kids and me, we could tell. And y'all know Bryce is like a connoisseur of macaroni and cheese. He usually does his own little thing of adding extra cheese and stuff. And he liked it, so that's a good thing. And I wanted to show y'all this other easy side. I made these baby red potatoes. They come in a steamable bag. You cook them for like 6 to 8 minutes. I put some butter in there. I used a potato masher and stirred it up, added some salt and pepper, a little more butter, and to me these were delicious and easy. You can get these at Walmart in the produce department, and they tell you exactly how to make them on the bag. Okay, y'all, I forgot to get reactions yesterday. So, hey, okay, let's first ask you about yesterday. How did you like the ribs last night?
Oh, they were good.
Okay, now tonight, how were these chicken patties?
They were great.
They were. I was like, kind of like,
I want more, but I want to leave those for Dad.
And my husband's going to be home tonight. Well, once he gets home, I guess you can see how many he eats if he hurries up. What about the mac and cheese? Could you tell the difference?
It was a lot creamier than just normal mac and cheese.
Yeah, so it really was right. Okay, Courtney, how was the ribs last night?
They were good, except there's parts that was kind of fatty and stuff.
Shit.
That's just normal ribs, Courtney.
Yeah. Okay, what about the chicken patties tonight?
I like them. They taste like mackerel cakes.
But they
kept
have
the same texture. They don't taste like it.
Exactly.
But they're good.
And how did you like the mac and cheese made the way this way?
Pretty good.
I did too. I ate some more. I was like skeptical about these chicken patties. I was like, they sounded good, but I was still like worried. I was kind of like, let me turn it towards me. Bryce was like, why are you watching me? Okay, don't be scared of me. I was a little skeptical, like I said. I mean, they looked good and everything, because I watched a TikTok video, which I will link down below, the original video. And so, but no, they were really good and easy to make. So this is something easy to throw together. So, yep. And the mac and cheese, I think, was creamier, and I even went back for more. So, yes. And thank y'all for watching. And make sure to go check out Tiffany at Small Town 6. Bye.